Salam, Real TV-nin Bakı Olimpiya stadionundan olan studiyasından sizi salamlayırıq və bilirsiniz ki, artıq COP29-un 3-cü günüdür və liderlər sammitinin isə 2-ci günü və ümumilikdə baxsaq COP29 zamanı əsas mövzulardan biri də məhz iqlim maliyyələşməsidir və məhz bu mövzunu müzakirə etmək üçün hazırda mənim yanımda Avrasiya Bankının dayanıqlılıq üzrə direktoru cənab Conrad Albrehtdir və mən sizə təşəkkür edirəm dəvətimizi qəbul etdiyiniz üçün. Sizcə COP29-da danışılan iqlim maliyyələşməsi mövzusu nə dərəcədə və öz hədəfinə çatacaqmı? Və bunun üçün əslində nələr etmək lazımdır? Çünki tərəflərin hər birini bir-biri ilə uzlaşdırmaq və ortaq məxrəcə gəlmək olduqca çətindir. Çünki burada müxtəlif dövlətlər və qurumlar mövcuddur. Sizin mən sadəcə bir fikirlərinizi bununla bağlı öyrənmək istərdim. First of all, welcome and thank you for accepting our request. So I would like to ask about the climate financial. As you know that COP29 is discussing this question and it's really so hard to communicate all the parties together between this topic. So what is the necessary message and what we should do for this achievement?
Thank you. Thank you very much and for the opportunity for speaking about the Eurasian Development Bank and our vision for climate finance as well here at COP29. I really think that we have all the most resources, especially from developed countries, and we need to have a better coordination of these partnerships that need to be channeled for the developing countries to the emerging markets and frontier markets, especially in our case, Central Asia and the big Eurasian region. So partnerships are really necessary to connect the right actors, the financiers of the region with the global MDBs in our case. We need to have a more streamlined communication between those actors to really make the difference when we're talking about climate finance. Because all the countries, including our member countries, they have their national determined contributions, they have pledged to the Paris Agreement, but they really need more resources and to mobilize those to where it's most needed, which are those nations. So we really need to have more pledges, but effectively the better coordination for executive where you see the real projects in the field. That is where the MDBs like the Eurasian Development Bank can make the difference to find those really bankable projects that can channel more of those resources to where it's most needed, those nations that really needs to decarbonize even faster and to be very well prepared to achieve mid-century and by 2050, 2060 their own pledges.
Thank you so much, but I would like to ask about climate financial. So what we need to achieve this and why this is so important?
So important because we have no more time to think and discuss about how it's necessary. We all know that this is important because this is going to be already knocking our doors. If we don't do it, we'll not be able to achieve what is necessary for the transition of those climates and the economy to a more sustainable future, especially when we're talking about the largest economies in Eurasia, let's say for Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan. Those countries are still dependent much more on carbon and fossil fuels. They really need to transition fast. And climate finance, when you really can afford those to be really impactful, this is where you need the climate finance to transition and help those existing facilities, those energy sectors, those transport sectors, agriculture, all hard to abate sectors. They really need to channel those climate finance streams. So this is why there's no matter like it's necessary, we all know it is. So, but for the future needs to happen now, and that's why we need better mobilization between the financial and the financiers, those actors in the economy.
So we are just talking about the oil gas industry, for example, but there is a new term like a green money and green economy. So, and most of the developed countries wouldn't like to pay attention for the climate financing because they are saying that we are just paying our taxes or we are just paying because of our emissions and something. But the developing countries, they are really in need and they need the help. So where and how to create the climate financial fund?
Yeah, I think we have good successful cases already of funds.
And how your bank can show the the correct road map?
Correct road, yeah. So first thing, we have the, let's say, polluting or those that really impacted the environment in the past and climate, which are the developed nations. So they have in pre-industrial levels before, they have started to do this much before those emerging markets right now. So they have their balance on their, let's say, accountability to support the transition of now the emerging markets. They're growing their economy, they need to keep doing this pace, but they also need to transition and they need more resources to do that. So, and if those countries also not going to be able to achieve their targets mid-century and plus from there, it's going to be also the cascaded effect across the planet. We're just in a unique country, right? We're just in a unique planet. So we're all on the same, we're not like boundaries, we're boundaryless, right? So how we can do that more? There are many vehicles that can be issued by bonds, by different financial vehicles that can also be listed in the markets. The coordination not just with the countries, public finance, but also private finance. So we have philanthropies, we have pension funds, asset managers. There existing capital that can also be redirected. Not necessarily need more funding streams, but you already have invested capital in some funds, in some projects. They are not necessarily green, so we need to move them to be more green, as you said. In our case, the bank, the Eurasian Development Bank, we facilitate this. We also have technical assistance to support how we can be more bankable. Those projects are more green and climate oriented. And we really partner with other banks, with other nations that are interested to have projects in the field that can be transformative for climate oriented goals like renewable energy, energy efficiency, sustainable transportation, modernization of agricultural practices. There are many industries that we work with, and in our case we really support transitional finance. So this is how we can do more. They're existing. There is no need to create new different ESG flavored markets or, you know, bond streams or labels. We already have those, but we need to do it more, and also with the private sector. Not just the public sector.
Thank you so much for sharing your time.
Thank you so much.
Xatırladım ki, mənim müsahibim Conrad Albreht idi və o Avrasiya Bankının dayanıqlılıq üzrə direktoru idi və biz onunla iqlim maliyyələşməsi haqqında danışdıq. Qısaca mən istədim ki, sizə xülasə olaraq hazırda onun dediklərini çatdırım ki, belə ki, tərəfləri bir araya gətirmək və COP29-un əsas mövzusu olan iqlim maliyyələşməsinin tam nəticəni əldə etmək üçün bütün tərəfləri bəlli bir mexanizm üzərində uyğunlaşdırmaq lazımdır və bununla yanaşı demək bəzi mexanizmlərdə tətbiq edildikdən sonra ancaq biz bu qərarı daha ətraflı şəkildə müzakirə edə bilərik. Hələlik mənim sizə çatdıracaqlarım bunlardan ibarətdir. Çünki mənə deyirlər artıq vaxtımız bitir. Lakin irəliyən saatlarda yenidən görüşmək ümidi edirəm.